afternoon, everyone. I'm Frank Morano. Thanks for taking a minute to listen to what I have to say. Today is budget day at the New York City Council, and understandably, most of the attention is going to be focused on the budget. That's important, and believe me, I have a lot to say about it. Stay tuned. Not in this video, but in other things you're going to hear from me in the next few hours, in the next few days. This budget affects every New Yorker and every neighborhood. But today, I'm also introducing a piece of legislation that I think deserves attention because it's about something bigger than one administration or one politician. It's about restoring trust in government. You see, a few months ago, many New Yorkers noticed something unusual on LinkNYC kiosks around the city. There were advertisements encouraging parents to enroll their children in pre-K. That's a terrific program, and I absolutely support making sure families know about it. The problem wasn't the message. The problem was that the advertisement prominently featured Mayor Zohran Mamdani. When people questioned whether that was appropriate, City Hall responded by saying that the city wasn't actually paying for the advertising space because the airtime was provided through the LinkNYC franchise agreement. They argued that existing ethics rules didn't apply. Maybe that's true under the current law, but if that's the law, then I think the law should be changed. Government advertisements should promote government services, not government officials. Now, some people might say, Frank, couldn't this apply to you someday? Absolutely. In fact, under the current rules, if the city wanted to put my picture on a poster encouraging people to visit the library, recycle more, or sign up for some city program, that might very well be permissible. And I hope they do. They should. And if I'm being honest, I don't think that's a good idea either. My mother would probably love seeing my face all over the neighborhood. I'm just not convinced anyone else would. The point is that government advertisements should sell the program, not the politician. If libraries are worth promoting, then promote the libraries. If preschool is worth promoting, then promote preschool. If recycling is important, then promote recycling. The message shouldn't depend on whether the mayor, a council member, or any other elected official happens to be smiling into the camera. That's a standard I'm willing to apply to myself just as much as anyone else. That's why today I'm introducing legislation to close this loophole. My bill would prohibit city elected officials and their spouses from appearing in advertisements and public service announcements that are produced with government funds or resources and displayed on infrastructure owned, operated, or franchised by the city, like these LinkNYC kiosks. This is not a Republican bill or a Democratic bill. This is purely a good government bill, and it applies equally to everyone, whether the mayor is Zohran Mamdani, Eric Adams, Mike Bloomberg, Rudy Giuliani, Bill de Blasio, or someone we've never even heard of yet. The rules should be exactly the same. Public resources should never be used to build a politician's personal brand. Now, let me be also clear about what this bill does not do. It doesn't stop elected officials from communicating with constituents. I could still do videos like this. It doesn't stop us from holding press conferences. It doesn't stop us from sending newsletters or posting on social media. And it certainly doesn't prevent emergency communications when public safety is at stake. This bill is much narrower than that. It's simply about making sure that government advertising never becomes political advertising in disguise. One of the things I've tried to focus on during my time in the city council is making government work better, whether it's campaign finance reform, ethics reform, greater transparency, or increasing accountability. I believe New Yorkers deserve a government that earns the public's trust. That trust is easy to lose, and it's hard to get back. The public should never have to wonder whether a government advertisement exists because it's the best way to inform people or because it's the best way to promote a politician. This legislation draws a bright line. Government should advertise programs. Politicians can advertise themselves with campaign money, not public resources. I hope my colleagues, irrespective of party or ideology, will join me in supporting this common sense reform, because at the end of the day, government belongs to the people. It doesn't belong to the politicians who happen to occupy City Hall today, and it won't belong to the politicians who occupy it tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Comment as you see fit, share if you dare.